Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel Code for Tech Solutions. Today in this video we are going to cover most important topic which is object oriented programming. So this is the must know thing if you want to crack the Java interview because this question is getting repeated very often in any Java interview. So this is the must know thing you need to know in the perspective of the object oriented programming. So what are the object oriented programmings? We have Java, C++, Python. So this is related to all the object-oriented programming, but in this video we are going to cover Java object-oriented programming along with some examples. So before we go ahead, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. So what is the encapsulation? So encapsulation is basically a process of hiding internal details and only exposing what is necessary. In layman language, we can understand that we are interested in how to use it instead of how it works. So implementation part we are not interested in, we just need to focus how to use it. That is what the encapsulation is. In a technical term, we can say the basis of encapsulation is to protect data. So in this, like we can encapsulate or we can say bundle data or fields which are there inside a class, and we can provide public accessifier methods through which we can change or modify the private fields data. With that, we can control the access to the private fields which are sensitive to us. Like with this, we can restrict direct public access to the sensitive data. So this is the basis of encapsulation. Let us understand it with some example. Here is a banking example. We have bank account example class wherein we have balance as a private sensitive field which we need to protect. For that we have a deposit and withdraw method through which we can modify the balance. These are the public accessifier methods through which we can deposit the amount so that our balance will get incremented, or we can withdraw the amount so that our balance will get amount will get deducted from the balance. And finally we have get balance which will only have a read only access because it is just returning the balance. Through all this process we can control the access to the private field which is a balance. So this is how we can create public accessifier methods through which we can operate on the private sensitive field which is a balance. So what is inheritance? Inheritance is basically child gets traits from its parents. For example, one class gets its properties and behavior from another class. In technical term, we can say inheritance allows a class to inherit fields and methods from another class. For example, we can say subclass extends parent class and it can inherit fields and methods which are there inside a parent class. Now let us understand it more in details with some practical professional example. So this is our parent class which is a payment method. Inside that we have process payment which is a default method. Now we have two child class, credit card payment and PayPal payment. As per the child class behavior, we need to provide the implementation of the process payment, and accordingly we have given two different implementation based on the child class specific behavior. Now for credit card payment class, we are going to provide process payment which is very much related to the credit card. Similar way for the PayPal payment, we have provided the implementation of process payment which is specific to the PayPal payment. So this is how we can inherit the behavior or the methods which are there inside the parent class, and we can provide subclass or child specific implementation inside the subclass or child class. This is how we can say the inheritance can be implemented in real practice.
So what is a polymorphism? Polymorphism means same method having different behavior. For example, in Java, we can say polymorphism allows one method to behave differently depending on the object that is calling it. Now we can achieve polymorphism by two ways. First one is a method overriding, which is runtime polymorphism we call it, and the other approach is method overloading, which is a compile time polymorphism. To better understand it more in details, let us understand how we can implement these two approaches through coding. So this is the method overriding. We call it as a runtime polymorphism. And here you can see we have one notification class which has one common send message. method, whereas we have two child classes, one for email notification and other is for SMS notification. And each child class has its own implementation of send message. For example, email notification has its send method implementation specific to the email. Similar way, SMS notification has its implementation of send method specific to SMS. This is how we can create as many child as we want and implement send method uh, logic as per the child class behavior. So this is how we can achieve method overloading in polymorphism, wherein we can define one parent class and extend that parent class by the child class and provide the implementation of common behavior which is there inside the parent class. Next thing, how we can achieve method overloading, which is a compile time polymorphism. Herein you can see this in this example, we have calculator class wherein we have add method. So we have the same add method, but in first we are passing two integer parameters. In second add method, we are passing three integer parameters. And in third add method, we are passing two double parameters. Now, the basis of method overloading that the method name should be same and the parameters should differ in either number, type, or order. So here in one method we are passing two integers, in other we are passing three integers which are different in numbers, and in the third method we are passing double inputs which is a different in type. This is how we can achieve method overloading, which is a compile time polymorphism in Java, and you can run check the results using the class like we have written it below. So you can check the result how it will work. So in short, like to achieve the method overloading, we just need to add, we just need to use same method signature, but the parameters should differ in number, type, or order. Now next is abstraction. So abstraction is basically in Java like hiding how and showing only the what. What does it mean? Like we can focus on what an object does instead of how it does it. So we are not concerned about how it is doing it. Rather, we just want to know what an object is doing. In technical term, we can say abstraction is achieved using abstract classes and interfaces. Now let us understand it with some practical examples. So here we have abstract class payment, which has one abstract method pay, and it is taking amount as an input. Now we have two child classes or concrete classes, like we have credit card payment and UPI payment. So for credit card payment, we have implemented pay method as per the credit card related logic. And similar way for UPI payment, we have implemented pay method as per the UPI payment logic. So this is how we can provide concrete classes from the abstract class and provide specific implementation for the abstract method inside the subclasses. Now, the basis of abstraction is that like the abstract class should have at least one abstract method, and it can have multiple abstract methods as well, and even it will contain the concrete method as well. But whatever class subclass is extending that abstract class, it must provide the implementation of the abstract method which is there inside the parent class. So this is how we can achieve the abstraction in Java. I hope you must have enjoyed this. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching this.